Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, we are going to start a new topic in which we have one more subtopic in that. Actually, they are two topics, a different topic. We can say that in which we have Balochistan Plateau, and the second topic. We have Pothohar Plateau and Salt Range. So, beta, listen carefully. If question is about Pothohar Plateau, it means that we have to add the points of salt range in that question too, beta. Well, this area is considered one area, Pothohar Plateau and salt range. So never comes that they ask only about the salt range. So collectively question comes about both areas. That's why we call it as one area, Pothohar Plateau and salt range. So already you know that there are three questions which are common questions on each topographical feature of Pakistan. So they are topographical features, drainage features, and the economic importance of each topographical feature of Pakistan. So they are three common questions which can come or can be asked in the exam about any topographical feature of Pakistan. So we are going to start Balochistan Plateau beta. So here we are. Balochistan Plateau is divided into four sections part beta, four sections or into four parts. We can say that one area, that is the basins of northern Balochistan. Second area, the basins of western Balochistan. Third, we have the mountain ranges which are located in Balochistan Plateau. And number four, the coastal areas. The coastal areas. Before I explain all these, so write the definition of plateau beta. What is a plateau? Does anyone have the idea about beta? That what is plateau? Okay, so write the
Sir,
definition of plateau beta.
can I tell?
Yes beta.
Sir, a flat area of land at high altitude.
Yes beta. So we can define plateau as flat topped area of highland. A flat topped area of highland. So plain we say that. So that is flat or fairly flat area of lowland. But plateau is also flat or fairly flat area of highland beta, highland. So in simple word we can define it, flat topped area of highland. Flat topped area of highland beta. Mean the altitude of Balochistan Plateau is mean from 600-meter above. It is starting from 600 meter above the sea level. From there, Balochistan Plateau altitude is starting and going there 3,310 meter. So that is the minimum and maximum altitude of Balochistan Plateau beta. So the first part of Balochistan Plateau, that is the basins of northern Balochistan. Main, as I said, that Balochistan Plateau is divided into different sections, and this is the first one, beta. The basins. If we have to define what is a basin, my dear, it is like wash basin. You know that. A trough. You also know what is trough, my dear. That the middle part of the area is flat. Middle area of the part is that is flat, beta, and the surrounding area is higher than from the central area beta, or the middle area of that area beta. So these kind of basins, so we can find so many in northern Balochistan beta. You will find in basins of northern Balochistan so many irregular depressions beta. Depression is not when we are depressed. When we are in depressed situation, my dear, he is not talking about that depression. Actually, depression is a land feature. Depression is a land feature, my dear, and it is in bowl shaped, my dear. That it has a curve in the middle. In the middle, okay, it has a flat area, but the sides, okay, so they are curved, okay, but they are higher, okay, higher than the surrounding areas. They are higher, okay, than the central area, beta. A bowl shaped, beta. Bowl shaped, beta. So these kind of bowl shaped mean the depressions, okay, you can find in the basins of northern Balochistan. The main areas of northern Balochistan, they are Yob, Loralai. So they are the main areas. So you will find, okay, so many basins in this area, beta. The mountain ranges, okay, of basins of northern Balochistan. So they are Toba Kakad range, Toba Kakad range and Suleiman range. Toba Kakad range and Suleiman range. So they are the mountain ranges which are located in the basins of northern Balochistan, beta. And if we check the location of Kuwaita Valley, so then it is located in the southwest of Loralai. Loralai is a city too, beta, and there are so many basins over there. So from Loralai Basin, okay, if we check the location of Kuwaita Valley, so that is located in the southwest of Loralai Basin, beta. Rainfall is very less, beta. Scanty type of rainfall is that. It means in very less amount, very less amount, okay, of rainfall, okay, happens in this area. Whenever rainfall happens, okay, in the top area, I mean high up areas, so then there are narrow water channels are formed whenever rainfall happens, okay, in that area, beta. When you know these water channels, okay, flow down, so then they form, okay, some features, and these features are formed, okay, when there is deposition of material, and in which, okay, they say that alluvial fans are formed on Piedmont plains. Alluvial fans are formed, okay, on Piedmont plains, better. So here I will involve, okay, your imagination, beta, imagination. So then you can understand, okay, some features which are formed at the base of the mountain or foothill of the mountain, base of the mountain, foothill of the mountain, or in simple word we say that where a mountain area, a mountainous area starts, my dear, or hilly area starts. So from that area, we say that that is the base of the mountain or foothill of the mountain, beta. So just use your imagination, okay, my dear. So then you will find that there are some features which are formed at the foothill of the mountain. Suppose you are in the mountainside, my dear. There is a lot of rainfall, and you can find that there is one river, water channel, okay, which is flowing, okay, on steep slopey area, beta. So you can imagine that the velocity of the water will be so much better. As the velocity of the water, okay, will be so much, so it will break, okay, so many rocks. Either there can be larger pieces of rocks, my dear, or smaller pieces of rocks. You know, when water flows over the rocks, and you know, either larger pieces of rocks, okay, can be broken, or smaller pieces of rocks, okay, so they can be broken, my dear. You know that rocks are made of mineral. Rocks are made of minerals. When water flows over the rocks, okay, so many minerals, okay, they can break and they can dissolve, okay, into water. So now check that as water is flowing, okay, with so much speed, so larger pieces of rocks, smaller pieces of rocks, or maybe minerals and dissolve form into water, so they will be carried, okay, by the water. Now, so if there is a river or water channel, any small water channel, okay, which is flowing over the steep slopey area, so that water will flow down and down and down, okay, with so much speed, and more, okay, rocks, okay, will be broken and they will be carried, okay, by the water channel, maybe river or small stream. Okay, we can say that whenever that river or water channel, my dear, it reaches at the foothill of the mountain. Now imagine that when it reaches okay at the foothill of the mountain, so the speed of the water okay will be less. Mean the velocity will be decreased. Cause on flat area, on leveled area, the velocity is not the same as velocity is on steep slopey area. Beta. Now, as the velocity of the water, mean the river or water channel, okay, it decreases, so the larger pieces of rocks and smaller pieces of rocks, okay, so which are heavy one, so they will not be carried okay by the water. So check that they will be deposited okay at the base of the mountain. At the base of the mountain, my dear, and a high up area okay will be formed. Beta. High up area will be formed, and we call it as residual hills. So that high up area will be formed okay, and we call it as residual hills. Beta. Residual hills. So this is the first stage, beta. And as water is flowing down, my dear, it is carrying okay the alluvium, mean rich soil, okay, minerals in it, my dear. As on the flat area, as I said that the velocity okay will not be the same, beta. So the alluvium okay will be deposited, beta. Alluvium okay will be deposited. A flat area will be formed okay due to alluvium, beta. A plain area will be formed over there, beta. And this plain area they call it as Piedmont plain, beta. First residual hills, and next stages, my dear, Piedmont plains are formed. And here they have used the word okay, a term that is alluvial fans, beta. Alluvial, it means that there is alluvium involved in that. Alluvium mean rich soil okay, soil okay with minerals, so that is involved in that, beta. Why do we call it alluvial fans? Yes, on peat-borne plains, fan-shaped areas are formed with a fan-shaped. Mean they are in fan shape, as you know the shape of the fan better. So due to deposition of alluvium, as the shape is in fan shape, that's why that they call it that there are some alluvial fans feature are formed okay on the Piedmont plains. Any question, beta?
No, sir.
Now we are starting okay the basins of Western Balochistan, beta. Western Balochistan. Okay. This area is also devoid of vegetation. Mean there is very less vegetation, my dear, cause there is very little rainfall in the basins of Western Balochistan. There are temporary rivers which are formed okay when rainfall happens, my dear. And this area has inland drainage system, beta. Inland drainage system or inland drainage okay basins, my dear. It means that water flows and it finds its way, my dear, down and down, okay, and somewhere it finds okay the feature like basin, beta. You know, in the basin, okay, when water reaches as the area in the surrounding area, which is higher than the middle area, so definitely water will be trapped over there. And you know, in Balochistan, we have so much temperature in summer. So due to heat, water evaporates. Water evaporates, my dear, and some water is absorbed by the soil, and the salt, okay, which was in the water, so that is left behind, beta. So salty crust, okay, that is formed over there. That's why that in Balochistan you will find okay so many salty lakes. They call them as salty lakes, beta. Okay, and in their own language, mean in Balochi language, they call salty lakes as Hamoon. And the largest salty lake, okay, which is found in Balochistan plateau, so that is Hamune Mashkel, beta. Hamune Mashkel, okay, so that is the largest okay salty lake which we can find okay in the in Balochistan plateau beta. Is it clear beta?
Yes, sir.
Now we have the mountain ranges beta, mountain ranges. Chagi Hills, Chagi Hills beta, Toba Kakad Range, Rasco Range, Hala Range, Makran Coastal Range, Barohi Range, Sihan Range. So they are some of the mountain ranges which are located in Balochistan plateau beta. And Balochistan plateau, the mountain ranges, so they are highly mineralized beta, highly mineralized, especially the Chagi Hills. Chagi Hills, okay, they have a big reserves of sulfur. There are so many sulfur deposits reserves, okay, in Chagi Hills. Does any student know that we have so much historical importance of Chagi Hills? In history, we remember them. Why? Does any student know that? Yom Takbir. Why do remember or celebrate Yom Takbir? Yom Takbir. Any student has the idea, beta? It is celebrated on 28th of May.
May on
28th.
Friday. On Friday
What, beta?
28th. Sir, it is celebrated
Sir,
on Friday 28th
sir,
May.
One
yes,
one
sir. On
student.
that day, Pakistan became an atomic,
Power.
like
Very
atomic
good.
power. Yeah.
Pakistan, yes. Pakistan made experiments, okay? Pakistan checked its nuclear power, okay, on that day, 28th of May, my dear. It is, I think, 1998. Yes, 1998, I think. Yes, when Pakistan experimented, okay, it's a nuclear power, my dear, atomic power. So in Chagi Hills, okay, Pakistan made the experiments, beta. Pakistan made, okay, 7 experiments, okay, mean that Pakistan exploded, okay, 7 atomic bombs, okay, in Chagi Hills area, beta. And you know that when Pakistan made experiment there, the color of the hills, okay, so they change into golden color, beta, golden color. So Chagi Hills, so they have big reserve of sulfur deposits, beta, sulfur deposits. We have other minerals too. We have gold, we have copper, my dear, okay, and we have silver, okay, we have coal, we have natural gas, we have oil, okay. I mean, we have highly mineralized area in Pakistan, so that is the Balochistan plateau, beta, Balochistan plateau, okay. Yes. Now we are going to the last, and that is the coastal areas, beta. And coastal areas are divided into 2 areas. One is the Lasbela Plain, beta, Lasbela Plain, and the second is the Makran Coast. I can tell you, my dear, that the coast we have in Pakistan, its length is 1,046 kilometer. 1,046 kilometer. If we start from the border of India, there is a run of Kuch. Run of Kuch is an area, my dear, where main Pakistani border with India is starting, okay, and from that area, our coastal areas are starting with 1,046, okay, roundabout. We have the length of coastal areas of Pakistan, my dear, and we divide, okay, coastal areas into 2 coasts. One is the Sindh coast. On it, we have the largest urban center of Pakistan, Karachi city, and the second one is called as coastal Makran coast, beta, Makran coast. So Makran coast is the longest coast of Pakistan, that is more than 700 kilometer, and the smallest one is the Sindh coast, beta, which is I mean near Karachi, okay. So that is the smallest one, beta. So Makran coast. So Lasbela Plain, so that is the eastern part of the coast, beta. Mean eastern part, and it is marked okay by the gravel okay and the sand dunes. Gravel mean that rocky area you will find over there, and there are also some heaps of sand okay, sand dunes okay you will find. So they are the land features. They are the land features of Lasbela Plain. And Makran coast okay, that is the western part of the coast, and on which we have some drainage features, like we have river hub, Porali, Hingol, and Dasht. They are the rivers. They can find their way and they fall into Arabian Sea beta. So they don't have inland drainage system. So they have the same system okay as a river Sindh has, mean river Indus has, because river Indus starts okay from the mountain sides of Pakistan and it flows down and down and down, and then it falls into Arabian Sea. So it has out drainage system, my dear. But other rivers okay which are in Balochistan, so they have inland drainage okay, mean that they finish on the land part better. So this is about the fourth part of Balochistan plateau beta. Now we are coming to the economic potential of Balochistan beta. This question is very important okay beta. And it comes or it came okay into so many past paper. So we have to prepare okay this question okay, because this question comes of 6 marks. 6 marks question okay comes, that it means that we have to justify with the economic potential of Balochistan, that Balochistan's economic potential lies where, in which fields, in which fields okay, mean does it lie the economic potential of Balochistan. So we have to write, we have to explain okay each potential in a proper way, that we can use okay that potential in that extent. So uh, the question came okay, and the wording of the question okay, we have to focus on that beta. So listen carefully okay, which type of question okay came and what were the wording of the question okay. So that was for economic potential of Balochistan. One question okay you have in your exercise of this chapter. Question says that if Balochistan is developed, if Balochistan is developed, it can feed whole Pakistan. I mean, Balochistan can feed whole Pakistan. Like Karachi city alone, okay, is feeding round about 70% the whole Pakistan with a 70%. It means that the income which is generated by whole Pakistan, so 70% alone is generated okay from Karachi city. So Karachi is the hub of Pakistan, is the center of so many activities. Okay, we can say that better. So they are saying that if Balochistan is developed, it can feed whole Pakistan. So they are saying that. Now the second part of the question is that write, okay, write in the favor of the statement beta, and also against the statement beta. We have to write okay in the favor of that and also against of that, Maria. It means that we have to write 3 points in favor and 3 points okay against this question, Maria. And one more came that, and it is, to what extent, to what extent beta can the development of Balochistan help in the economic growth of Pakistan? To what extent beta? So listen carefully beta, and also note down that, mean what is the requirement beta? What is the requirement of this question? The requirement of the question is that we have to write in the favor and we have to write against beta. It means that we have to write the possibilities. Yes, there are possibilities. Balochistan has the potential. Balochistan has the potential beta. But at the same time, to some extent, okay, we can't do that. It means that there are some problems. So we have to explain both points better. Main possibilities and impossibilities. It means that we have to write in the favor of that, and we have to write against the the statement, okay, which is in the question, beta. Did you understand, beta, this question?
Yes, sir.
So note down, beta, and understand, okay, and keep in mind that, okay, what is the requirement of this question, beta? To what extent?
So can you tell one?
Possibilities. To
So
some
can you tell one
extent,
more
okay.
time?
Yes, beta.
So can you tell one more time?
Yes, to what extent, okay, to what extent can the development of Balochistan help in the economic growth of Pakistan, beta? This is the same, okay, that if Balochistan is developed, okay, it can feed, okay, whole Pakistan. So we have to write in the favor of the statement, beta, and we have to write against the statement, beta. If 6 mark question is there, so we have to write in favor 3 points and against, okay, 3 points. Mean that there are possibilities, but at the same time, okay, there are some problems. So I will explain, okay, one by one, so you will understand, okay, this question better. Here are some problems, okay, we can say that they have water resources, but they are not sufficient one better. Water resources which we have in Balochistan, so they are insufficient mean that they are not sufficient, they are not ample amount better. The water resources which we have in Balochistan, so they are Kares. Kares, you will study, okay, you have chapter for water resources. So that will be explained, okay, fully, okay, in that one. I can also, give some idea about the Kares. Actually, Kares are underground storage area of water, or we can say in simple word, underground underground reservoir, underground reservoir beta. The farmers, they dig up, okay, at the foothill of the mountain, the Kares, underground, okay, they dig it up, my dear. And you know which water is stored over there? Subsoil water. Subsoil water is stored, okay. That water, okay, trickles down, okay, and it can be collected, okay, or it can be stored, okay, in these reservoir which are underground better. Okay, reason is that okay, they have to have the Kares because temperature is so much high better. They can't store water in open air as we can store, okay, in northern mountains of Pakistan, because temperature is mild over there. Temperature is not so much high that water can evaporate. So we have to select, okay, that place where temperature is mild, where climate is mild, okay. We have not to select, okay, that area where climate is very harsh, my dear. That's why that they don't store water in open air, my dear. Okay, we can say that because if they store water in open air, so due to high temperature, water will be evaporated, my dear, and it will be loss of water, loss of money. Okay, that's why that we don't find, okay, dams, okay, in Balochistan, but where okay, they have normal temperature, okay, so then they have the storage area. So Kares. Then the second one is flood diversion channels. Flood diversion channels, okay. They have some water channels, my dear. They are filled, okay, when we have floods, okay, in the rivers of Pakistan. In the rivers of Pakistan, beta. When they are flooded, okay, so we have plenty of water to secure the population, okay, infrastructure, crops, okay, in different areas of Pakistan. As we have so much flow of water in the river, so what do we do that? We divert, okay, that water into those channels better. They have been specifically, okay, built that whenever we have more water, so water can be, sent, okay, or these channels, okay, can be filled, okay, with that flood water beta. And the third source of water resources, okay, which we have in Balochistan, so that is about the tube wells. Yes, we have tube wells in Balochistan, but their numbers are very less beta. So in this way, irrigation is done, okay, in Balochistan. Transport and communication service, okay, so they are very poor beta in Balochistan. So they have been built, okay, like main areas, main roads, okay, have been built, okay, very far away, okay, from production area. So it is also a kind of enmity, my dear, or foolish type of we can say the policy that where we have the production area, so we don't have the main roads, so we have bumpy roads, okay, broken roads, okay. And when we pluck or when we pick, okay, any crop, my dear, vegetable or fruits, so while taking on bumpy road, my dear, it takes, okay, a lot of time. And when it reaches to the main road and then to the main market, my dear, so they are not fresh, okay. In this way, farmers and other traders, okay, so they generate, okay, less money, okay, from that beta. So we have transport and communication problem there. In economic structure, mainly is the farming beta, agriculture. It means that they grow crops, okay. And the second thing, okay, in which, okay, most of the people are involved in that, so that is livestock farming beta, livestock farming, raising of livestock, animals, animals beta. Is it clear beta?
Yes, sir.
You have any question beta?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you have any question, you can ask me beta. Okay, still okay, question is left, inshallah. I will explain that in next slide, okay. We have that to what extent, okay, can Balochistan be developed better, to what extent, okay. I mean, we will also talk about the problems, inshallah. I will explain, okay, this question in next lesson. If you have any question, I'm sure that, okay, you have submitted your work better.